Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Yvonne. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I make my seafood boil.
It's so much seafood, so I'm not going to use it all.
So first up, I'm going to be cleaning my shrimp, deveining it and peeling it, and then adding a bit of vinegar. This isn't my favorite part, you guys. Now I am cracking my lobster with a knife so that I can clean it and prepare it a lot better, and so that it can absorb all of the seasoning while, in the seafood boil. I've added my king crab to the Dutch pot, the island pot, if you know what I mean. More vinegar, yes, more vinegar. About to rinse off these scallops and these shrimp so that I can season. I'm going to cook them separately. Simple seasonings. I feel like shrimp and scallops absorb seasonings pretty fairly, so you don't want to go too crazy. I'm not much of one for like measurements, so by eye is how you should do your thing, you guys. I'm gonna be real with you. I used some garlic salt, some complete seasoning, and red pepper flakes on my shrimp, and just black pepper and Himalayan salt on the scallops. So I prepared some oil to saute the scallops, which I've already done off camera, and also then to saute the shrimp. And I prepared them both on like medium heat, so you don't want to overcook them because you're going to add it to the seafood boil and it's going to further cook. So just cook them lightly. So now I'm going to be preparing the star of the show, the sauce, the base, the boil. So I'm going to be adding paprika for color and flavor, they say. Also, onion powder, garlic powder, red pepper flakes. I love red pepper flakes. I love when my seafood boils a little spicy but not too salty. I'm not a big fan of too salty. Some garlic salt, complete seasoning, and again, by eye, by taste. Everyone has their own preference. So I don't like to over season it too much. And I also like to add onions and garlic to the water itself. I don't put too much water in the boil while I let my lobster and crab boil. But yeah, that's what I add. And in addition to that, I like to add limes or lemon to the water, just to get that citrusy taste. I'm a big fan of citrus and seafood, so Look how pretty my shrimp is. So after I allowed my crab and lobster to boil, sorry, I'm a little fidgety with this camera. You see that sazon? I forgot to mention that I added a little sazon. Yeah, island team, girl loves some sazon. I allow my eggs and corn to boil in that same base. I want to make sure they get all the good flavors as well. Using some of my seafood boil water to add to my string beans. I had this once before at like a crab boil spot, and ever since then I've been hooked. I'm just putting everything to the side because now I'm going to make like some sauce. Okay? Some good old fashioned sauce, and I like to use the same pot. We're not dirtying too many pots around here. Adding 2 sticks of butter, letting that melt down. Pot's already hot, so that's perfect. And then once that is all melted completely, I'm going to be adding that garlic and onion that I chopped up a little earlier. I wanted to add that I have everything on heat on medium. I allowed the lobster and crab to boil for about 20 minutes. Not too long because we're going to be adding everything back to the pot. But look at all of this beautiful garlic and onions, y'all. The more the merrier. I love onions. I love garlic. So it's an excessive amount. But again, to your own discretion and what you like to your taste. Now that I've allowed the onions and garlic to simmer for about 5 minutes or so, you want them to get like still be a little crisp. I'm gonna add additional seasoning, the same seasonings from prior: garlic seasoning, garlic salt, complete seasoning, paprika, a lot of it because I do want it to get that pretty red orange color. Red pepper flakes. I add onion powder, garlic powder, although it's in there. I like to add additional. And I like to add brown sugar. That's one of my secrets. Due to, I notice seafood boils can become a little salty, and the brown sugar gives it that like balance. It balances it out. Gonna stir that up a bit, let it cook down, and then I'm going to add some of that additional water from the boil prior, and it's gonna make it like nice thick but saucy, so we can dip.
To let you know who's boss. So this gonna cook down and get thicker. Yeah. Onion powder. Looks like a lot, but it's not.
Edit that out. I'm sure the blooper ain't gonna kill nobody.
I use them sometimes.
I said that blooper ain't gonna kill nobody.
It's time for the magic. We're going to be adding back our seafood and our veggies to the sauce and the boil. This is where all the flavors combine in, you guys. Look at this. So I did a little cheating. I didn't cook the mussels myself. Y'all, I made so much seafood that day. I had to cut a little bit of corners. I absolutely love these mussels from Publix. You know, if you're from down south, you know about Publix, man. Publix be with the sales, with the deals. I saw it for 2 for 1, so I got me some to add to my seafood boil. I absolutely love mussels. They're so tasty when you dip it in the rice, when you dip it in the sauce. And also, yes, my grandmother made some additional jasmine rice for us to have on the side for our seafood boil. If you haven't tried it with rice, you guys, you need to. So my mom was a little worried. I made an additional pan of sauce for the side. Same process, same steps. Pretty quick, pretty easy. So I added the lobster to the additional sauce for a little more loving. And then I also tossed the shrimp and the scallops in the original sauce, you know, so it can get a little bit of that taste and flavor before topping the rest of the boil. Sorry for the little driplets, guys, while transferring. All right, here's the finished product. Y'all, this seafood boil was so good. My family and I talked about it for days and had so much leftovers because there was only 3 of us and it was so much seafood, you guys, but it was so tasty. So now we're about to dig in. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Comment down below if you have any questions for me.